AwesomeMan67 underscore says he logit s. AwesomeMan67 underscore says welocme to and other chain laws 67 video. AwesomeMan67 underscore says today we're in a bee. AwesomeMan67 underscore says build in a Minecraft restone computer. AwesomeMan67 underscore says okay, let's get into the vid. AwesomeMan67 underscore says so fert Erdina wanna get redstone da. AwesomeMan67 underscore says now get repet. AwesomeMan67 underscore says now get restone lab. AwesomeMan67 underscore says okay. AwesomeMan67 underscore says now. AwesomeMan67 underscore says get some blocks. AwesomeMan67 underscore says sponge is my favorite block. AwesomeMan67 underscore says now get a levra. AwesomeMan67 underscore says now. AwesomeMan67 underscore says now you can build it. AwesomeMan67 underscore says so. AwesomeMan67 underscore says fert we can make the spreading. AwesomeMan67 underscore says now put it like that. AwesomeMan67 underscore says okay now. AwesomeMan67 underscore says you wanna make it light up so. AwesomeMan67 underscore says this is a happy computer so. AwesomeMan67 underscore says it's in a have a happy face. AwesomeMan67 underscore says so make the face. AwesomeMan67 underscore says so put repetes on into eshlam. AwesomeMan67 underscore says and now make the other thing. AwesomeMan67 underscore says so like THS. AwesomeMan67 underscore says now make the eyes. AwesomeMan67 underscore says and put restone done. AwesomeeMan67 underscore says now you can power it. AwesomeeMan67 underscore says bro. AwesomeeMan67 underscore says not bro. AwesomeeMan67 underscore says oh. AwesomeeMan67 underscore says LOL. AwesomeeMan67 underscore says bro will yut bro nah. AwesomeeMan67 underscore says yes. AwesomeeMan67 underscore says why isn't this lit up? AwesomeeMan67 underscore says OKWATE. AwesomeeMan67 underscore says bro. AwesomeeMan67 underscore says oh. AwesomeeMan67 underscore says there. AwesomeeMan67 underscore says yes. AwesomeeMan67 underscore says it's working. AwesomeeMan67 underscore says now it's off. AwesomeeMan67 underscore says now it's on. AwesomeeMan67 underscore says but and the computer is dumb so we can make it smart like me. AwesomeeMan67 underscore says now get signed. AwesomeeMan67 underscore says bro what? AwesomeeMan67 underscore says okay. AwesomeeMan67 underscore says I thought that would work. AwesomeeMan67 underscore says okay. AwesomeeMan67 underscore says so make the computer say SMTH SMAT. AwesomeeMan67 underscore says okay. AwesomeeMan67 underscore says now it's dantdm JB. AwesomeeMan67 underscore says my computer. AwesomeeMan67 underscore says yacht. AwesomeeMan67 underscore says bro nah I'm actually a restone Guinness. AwesomeeMan67 underscore says bro. AwesomeeMan67 underscore says nah HH. AwesomeeMan67 underscore says TS so cool bro. AwesomeeMan67 underscore says bro will you? AwesomeeMan67 underscore says nah. AwesomeeMan67 underscore says it's actually the coolest thing I've ever built. AwesomeeMan67 underscore says bro. AwesomeeMan67 underscore says okay. AwesomeeMan67 underscore says okay. AwesomeeMan67 underscore says well that's the end of the video. AwesomeeMan67 underscore says so. AwesomeeMan67 underscore says AwesomeeMan67 underscore says oh. AwesomeeMan67 underscore says NOOO. AwesomeeMan67 underscore says OMG. AwesomeeMan67 underscore says okay. AwesomeeMan67 underscore says it's fixed now. AwesomeeMan67 underscore says AwesomeeMan67 underscore fell out of the world.